I recently had a ductless heat pump installed, which you can see right here. And in the process of the installation, they informed me that there's a filter on the top of that heat pump that has to be cleaned at least every 3 months. And originally, below the heat pump, I had a 3 foot wide section of my American Flyer display, which meant that I would either have to remove the track and get on the top of the table or find a way to protect the track while I climbed over it every 3 months. And that did not seem very feasible to me. Um, so I looked at it, and what I ended up doing is I ended up reversing the two sections of the uh, Air American Flyer display so that the narrow section is underneath the heat pump and the wide section is where the narrow section previously was. And as I was doing that, I discovered that what I could really do is call this a uh, division point yard. And I'm going to explain that as I go along. So what I have, let's just do a preview. There's the short section, and you come around, and here is the wider section. So I've got, in the wider section, I've got 5 tracks. So that back track, that is the main track, and that's a passenger train which will be able to go down to the station. And the second track, let's see if I can get over here. Second track is a mixed freight that's just kind of waiting on the next track. The third track is this passenger train, heavyweight passenger train, which is being moved around by a yard switcher while its engine is being serviced. And the fourth track is a work train. Now, let me see, I can get a little closer. There's a work train there that you can see that's just sitting. And all 4 of those tracks are run by one transformer, and I've got switches. And then the 5th track right now is just a locomotive sitting there with a spotlight car behind it. That's on a separate transformer. And the 6th and 7th tracks, let's see if I can get the place where you can see this. I have set up as a little bit of a switching layout, so that I can actually fool around and move some cars around if I choose to. And this locomotive that's on the switching layout, that diesel, I've replaced the motor and put in an electronic auto reverser. So it's a really good running little locomotive, and I've tested it, and it seems to get across these switches okay, which is sometimes a little bit tricky with some of these older switches. So anyway, it's a division yard for a small division point, and here you can see I've got a station, and that's just kind of a stand-in. I've got an idea where I can do a little bit better station in the near future. I'm working on it. And in the back here you can see I'm in the process of building a storage shed there. I've kind of used colors that are similar to the colors that the Pennsylvania Railroad used on some of their buildings, just because I'm from Pennsylvania, I guess. And then over here I've got a loading dock that I'm working on. As you can see, that's not nearly done yet either, but that'll be a place for theoretically stores that would be in front of the track here would come to pick up their partial loads from boxcars. And this layout did allow me to add some more track in, actually, and to display some more cars, although it's possible that I may remove some track and try to put in some additional scenery. And I've got some ideas for some additional scenic elements, and I've ordered some stuff which will improve the scenery a little bit. So when that comes and I get some of these projects finished, I will make an update.